and welcome to Yoga Flow with Megan, Yoga Stretches for Beginners, Sequence 2. For the practice today, you'll just need 2 blocks if you have them, and if you don't, 2 hardcover sturdy books of similar size and shape. And optional, you might want to have a blanket and a pillow for later. So to begin, we want to find ourselves in a comfortable seated position. So you can sit cross-legged or with your legs straight out in front of you. We want to place our hands on top of the knees. Now you can place your hands so your palms are facing the knees. This is more for grounding. So if you're practicing in the evenings, this is probably how you want to place your hands. Or you can turn your hands so your palms are facing the ceiling. This is more for energizing the body. So you might want to sit this way if you're practicing in the mornings or the afternoons. So when you find yourself in this comfortable position, we want to lengthen and straighten the spine, relaxing the shoulders, the face, the neck, the eyes, the jaw. Centering yourself on the mat and in this space. Focusing on the breath. And begin to deepen the breath, inhaling for 3. And exhaling for 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing your chin to your chest, begin to roll the head. And remember to make this practice your own. So feel free to skip any positions and take as many breaks as you'd like. Other side. Also, if you hear that howling, it's very windy today. If you live in Oma, you'll understand. And begin to roll the shoulders. Releasing the shoulders down, reaching out with the right arm and then taking the left hand, gently pushing back on the right fingertips. Exhale, release, straightening the left arm, taking the right hand, gently pushing back on the left fingertips. Exhale, release, and just gently circling the wrist. Placing hands back on top of the knees. We're going to inhale as we lift the chest, lifting the shoulders, and exhale, closing the shoulder blades, lowering down. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the shoulders. Exhale, closing the shoulder blades, lowering down. And just continue moving in circular motions to the breath. Last one, inhale and exhale. We're going to inhale as we lift our arms up, placing hands in prayer, holding here, and exhale, releasing hands down to the ground. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last one, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale as you lift the arms back up, but this time we're going to interlace the fingers, bringing the palms to face the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale as you lift the chest up, and exhale, leaning to the right. Inhale back to center, relaxing the shoulders, lifting the chest, and exhale, leaning to your left. Inhale back to center. And we're going to exhale as we gently twist to the right. We want to place the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you. So left hand, right knee, right hand behind you, taking deep breaths. Inhale, hands back above the head in prayer. And exhale, gently twisting to your left. Right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, back to center, hands in prayer. And exhale, bringing hands to chest. We call this heart center. Closing your eyes and just taking these next few breaths to think of an intention for your practice. And releasing hands back down. We're going to move in tabletop position. So for tabletop position, we want our knees and our feet hip distance apart. We can tuck the toes here or leave them flat, whatever's comfortable for you. And if you do have sensitive knees, feel free to stick a towel or a pillow under your knees. Our wrists are directly under the shoulders, and we always want our fingers slightly spread, facing the top of the mat. And we want to really grip the mat with the finger pads in the entire palm. So just getting comfortable here. And we're going to warm up the spine. We're going to inhale as we open the chest, looking up, curving the back to the mat. Exhale, bringing chin to chest, curving the back to the ceiling. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up, curving the back to the mat. Exhale, chin to chest, curving the back to the ceiling. And just continue moving to the breath. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, curving the back. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing back to flat back, tabletop. We're going to inhale the right arm up, opening the chest, looking up at the right fingertips, and exhale, releasing the right hands behind the left wrist, right shoulder to the mat, right ear to the mat. Taking deep breaths. Inhale the right arm up, exhale tabletop. Inhale the left arm up, opening the chest, looking up at the left fingertips, and exhale, releasing the left hand behind the right wrist, left shoulder to the mat, left ear to the mat. Nice deep breaths. Inhale the left arm up, exhale tabletop. We want to walk the palms forward, lowering the chest, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Keeping the arms straight if you can, crawling your fingers as far as they'll go, lifting up to the fingertips. Nice deep breath. And walking palms back to tabletop, so placing them back under the shoulders. We want to tuck the toes here as we gently sit back on the heels, just seeing how this feels. So for some, this might feel really comfortable, for others, not so much. So just kind of doing what you think you can do. If it hurts too much, just stay in tabletop. And if you are comfortable here, see if you can bring the hands back, gently lifting the chest, hands on the hips, holding here for a few breaths, doing some yoga for the feet. And releasing the palms back to tabletop. So placing them back under the shoulders, your fingers slightly spread, gripping the mat. Your toes are still tucked here. We're gonna step that right foot back, straightening that right leg, keeping those right toes tucked, looking straight in front of you, and gently rocking back and forth. Staying here, or maybe lifting up the left arm. And exhale, bring that left hand down, bring the right knee back to tabletop as we straighten the left leg out. Keeping those left toes tucked, looking straight in front of you, gently rocking back and forth. Staying here, or maybe lifting up that right arm. And exhale, releasing that right palm down, bringing the left knee back to tabletop. And just checking that knees and feet are hip distance apart, your toes are tucked, fingers slightly spread, really gripping the mat with the finger pads. We're gonna inhale as we lift the hips up to downward dog. So inhale, slowly lifting the hips as we push back on the heels, bringing the head between the elbows. So the arms are straight, back is flat, but knees can be bent here, so that's fine. Don't worry about the knees so much. And just start to pedal the feet. Eventually, this will feel really comfortable. We call this a resting pose. And slowly walking the feet to the top of the mat. Try to keep the head low if you can. Placing your feet hip distance apart, your knees are bent, your head is hanging. Placing hands on your elbows as you gently sway from side to side. Taking deep breaths. Releasing the hands to the sides of the feet. The next inhale, slowly lifting to standing position. Inhale, slowly lifting the chest, opening the arms, placing hands above the head in prayer. Exhale, bringing hands to chest. And gently pressing the palms together, relaxing the shoulders, the face. Going back to the breath. Releasing your hands down to your sides. So we're going to use our blocks or our books here. So I'm going to use my blocks, but feel free to use books. We want to place these blocks shoulder distance apart, either at the sides of the feet or directly in front of the toes. So we don't want them too far away, too far up, and we don't want them too wide. So shoulder distance apart, either at the sides of the feet or directly in front of the toes. And you can start at a high level, you can always lower it. Returning back to a standing position in mountain pose. So this is mountain pose. Arms at the side, palms open, fingers spread, chest is open. Inhale as you lift the arms up, placing hands in prayer. Exhale, opening the arms, lowering the chest, bending the knees. Placing hands on your blocks or your books, knees are bent, head is hanging. Inhale as you straighten the legs, flattening the back, lifting the head, looking straight down. And hands can also be on the hips. or on the shins. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. Doing one more. Inhale as you straighten the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. Placing your blocks at the sides, placing hands at the sides of the feet. We want to step the right foot back, lunge. Finding your balance, we're going to step the left foot back to downward dog. When you're ready, left foot back, hips up. And we're going to exhale down to plank really quickly though. So exhale, lowering the hips, bringing the chest above the wrists. Core strong. Releasing, knees, chest, chin, down to the mat. Taking your time. And then untucking the toes, we want the feet flat. Bringing the elbows to the chest, fingers slightly spread. Doing a baby cobra. We're going to inhale, lifting the chest and the wrist gently up off the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. We'll do one more. When you're ready, inhale, lifting the chest and the wrists up off the mat. And exhale, gently release. We're going to tuck the toes, gripping the mat with our fingers. Inhale, pushing up and back, downward dog, hips up high. On the next inhale, we're going to lift the heels up onto the toes. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And then slowly walking the feet back to the top of the mat. Trying to keep the head low, placing your feet hip distance apart and parallel. Setting up your blocks to the sides of the feet, shoulder distance. Knees are bent, head is hanging. Inhale as you straighten the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. When you're ready, inhale, straightening the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. Next inhale, slowly lifting, standing position. Inhale, lifting the chest, opening the arms, hands above the head in prayer. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Relaxing the shoulders, the face. Taking deep breaths. And we'll do one more here. Inhale, lifting the arms up, hands in prayer. Exhale, opening the arms, lowering the chest, bending the knees. Placing hands on your blocks, knees are bent, head is hanging. Inhale as you straighten the legs, flattening the back. Hands can also be on the shins or on the hips. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. One more. Inhale, straightening the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. Moving your blocks to the side, placing hands at the sides of the feet. This time we're going to step left foot back, lunge. Finding your balance. When you're ready, we're going to step right foot back, downward dog, hips up high. Exhale, lowering down to plank, keeping that core strong, and then releasing, knees, chest, chin. Lowering down to the mat. Taking a breath here. We want to untuck the toes so the feet are flat. Bringing the elbows to the chest, fingers slightly spread. On the next inhale, doing a baby cobra, gently lifting the chest and the wrist up off the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Ooh, wind strong. Exhale, release. We'll do one more. I hope you can hear me. When you're ready, inhale, lift. And exhale, release. And then we're going to take a rest in child's pose. So we're going to inhale as we lift the chest up. Exhale, sitting back on the heels, arms extended, forehead on the mat. making yourself comfortable here. So you can open up your knees a little wider. You can also place a block, a book, or a pillow here for the head. And inhale as you lift the hips back up to tabletop. So placing your knees and your feet hip distance apart, toes are tucked, wrists directly under the shoulders, fingers slightly spread, really gripping that mat. Lifting up to downward dog, we're going to inhale, lifting up the hips, pushing back on the heels, head between the elbows. So back is flat, arms are straight, but your knees can be bent. And in the next inhale, we're going to lift the heels up onto the toes. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And slowly walking the feet back to the top of the mat. Trying to keep the head low, placing your feet hip distance apart and parallel. Setting up your block, shoulder distance apart. Knees are bent, head is hanging. Inhale as you straighten the legs, flattening the back. Exhale, bending the knees, lowering the head. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, release and bend. Moving your blocks back to the sides of the mat. We're going to inhale as we lift the chest up, standing position. Inhale, lifting the chest, opening up the arms, hands in prayer. Exhale, bringing hands to chest. Checking back in with the breath. Releasing hands to your sides. We're going to move to warrior one position. So we want to step back with the right foot. And we want a good distance between the left and the right foot to kind of give us balance here. So we want to open up that right foot so it's open at a 45-degree angle. The left foot's pointing to the top of the mat. So again, right foot's open at a 45-degree angle, left foot's pointing to the top. And the next thing we want to do is bend that left knee so it's directly in line with that ankle. So we don't want to overbend it. So it's better to underbend than to overbend. So left knee is bent, that right leg is straight. And our hips are square to the top of the mat. So not to the side, to the top. So kind of turning the hips so you're square here. So you can keep hands on the hips here, or if you're balanced, you can inhale the arms up, palms parallel, chest open. Warrior one, taking nice deep breaths, looking up to the sky or straight ahead. Exhale, releasing hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale as you lift and open the chest, looking up. And exhale, you're going to slowly lean forward towards the inside of that left knee, letting your head hang, arms extended behind you, stopping wherever you're comfortable. So not forcing this. This should feel comfortable. Letting that head hang, no tension on the neck. Inhale, slowly lifting the chest, releasing the arms, back above the head or on the hips. Exhale, placing hands on the hips. And we're going to turn to the right. So now we're square to the long edge of the mat. We want our feet nice and wide. So to see how wide they should be, we want to open up the arms, lining up the ankles and the wrists. So typically they're probably wider than you think. So kind of placing them as wide as you can, but still having balance here. So when you do, and also making sure that your feet are parallel to the top and bottom of the mat. So if your toes are sticking out, bring them in. So feet are parallel. Placing hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lifting and opening the chest. And exhale, leaning forward. Letting your head hang here again, no tension on the neck. Arms extended behind you. And again, just stopping wherever you're comfortable, not forcing this either. Releasing your hands down to the mat. Placing hands on your elbows as you gently sway from side to side. Taking deep breaths. Placing hands on your hips. So we're going to inhale as we slowly lift that chest. We want to keep a curve in that lower back, really protecting that part of the back, lifting back to center. And just rolling head, shoulders. And releasing down. We're going to inhale the arms up, interlacing the fingers, bringing the palms to face the ceiling. Relaxing the shoulders. Inhale as you lift the chest up and exhale, gently leaning to your right, not too far. Inhale back to center, relaxing the shoulders, lifting the chest, and exhale, leaning to your left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, hands back on the hips. So now we want to turn to the right. So we want to line up the feet again. So our right foot's pointing to the top of the mat, and there's a good bit of distance between that right foot and the left foot, giving us balance. We want to move that left foot so it's open at a 45-degree angle. And we want to bend this right knee so it's in line with the ankle. So that right knee's bent right above the ankle, that left leg is straight. Our hips are square to the top of the mat. You can place hands on the hips, or inhale the arms up, palms parallel, chest open, looking up to the ceiling or straight ahead. Nice deep breath. Warrior one. Exhale, bringing hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lifting and opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, leaning forward towards the inside of that right knee, letting your head hang, arms extended behind you. Again, stopping wherever you're comfortable here, not pushing too deep. Letting that head hang, nice deep breaths. This is called Humble Warrior. And inhale, lifting the chest, releasing the arms back above the head or on the hips. Exhale, lowering the hands down, but placing hands on either side of that right foot. We're going to turn the left foot so it's pointing to the top of the mat. So we're back in lunge here. So finding your balance, especially on all four corners of that right foot. Taking a breath, and then we're going to step right foot back, downward dog, hips up high. And exhale, lowering down to plank. Releasing, knees, chest, chin. And just taking a breath. We're going to do another baby cobra, so untucking the toes so the feet are flat. Bringing the elbows to the chest, fingers slightly spread. When you're ready, inhale, lift. And exhale, releasing down. So you can do another baby cobra here, or we're going to try a pose called Sphinx Pose, which is also a really nice chest opener. So to get into Sphinx Pose, we want to place our elbows under the shoulders, With our forearms parallel, palms are facing the mat, fingers slightly spread, opening the chest. Nice deep breaths. And exhale, lowering down. Placing hands back below the shoulders. We're going to sit back for child's pose. Inhale the chest up. Exhale, sitting back on the heels. Arms are extended, forehead on the mat. Making yourself comfortable here. So again, you can open up the knees. You can use a block here for the head if you'd like. Keeping your hands above the head, or you can place hands behind you on the soles of the feet. Taking this time to rest, going back to your intention. Inhale as you slowly lift the chest, sitting back on the heels, and just rolling head, shoulders. Doing any stretch your body needs. And when you're ready, you're going to swing your legs forward. I'll go back here so you can see me a little better. I'm just giving them a little shake. Why not? So we're going to inhale as we bend to this right knee, bringing as close to the chest as we can. We're going to place the left hand on that right knee, and taking a deep inhale, on the exhale sleeve, you can turn to the right here. Taking deep breaths. So you're turning to the right. And exhale, returning to center, straightening that right leg. Inhale as you bend the left knee to the chest. Bring it as close as you can. Placing that right hand on that left knee, you're going to take a deep inhale. On the exhale, slowly turning to your left. Nice deep breath. And exhale, straightening that left leg. So using your blocks here, placing them on either side of you, or you can use pillows, whatever you'd like. You're going to inhale as you just gently bend the knees. You want to bend them, just a gentle bend, opening them, bringing the soles of the feet together. So you can use your blocks here to support the knees. And again, it's just a gentle bend. Placing hands on top of the knees, lengthening and straightening the back, relaxing the shoulders and the face. Nice deep breath. Staying here, or you can inhale as you lift the arms up, lifting the chest, and exhale, leaning forward, placing hands over the toes, lowering the head here, stopping wherever you're comfortable. Nice deep breath. Inhale, lifting up the chest. And exhale, straighten the legs, giving them a little shake. And now we're gonna lay down the mat. So before we do that, feel free to put on socks or a sweatshirt. You can also set up your pillow and blanket, but right now we'll just use the pillow. If you do have a blanket, just place it to the side. Wiggling your hips to the middle of the mat, we're gonna exhale as we lower down. And you can bend your knees or straighten the legs, whatever's comfortable. Placing your arms at your side, palms facing the ceiling. Shoulders are back, chest is open, eyes are closed. Checking in with the body, checking in with the breath, seeing how you feel. And inhale the knees to the chest. So you're going to place your arms on the inside of the knees. So arms inside of the knees. From here, you're either going to grab your ankles, your shins, or if you can, see if you can grab the big toes. And keeping those knees bent, you can just stay here, still, or you can rock from side to side. This is called Happy Baby. And exhale as you release your legs, this time straight down to the mat. And if you do have a blanket, you can put it on top of you, making yourself as comfortable as possible. For Savasana, placing your arms at your side. Palms can face the ceiling or the mat, whatever's comfortable, keeping those shoulders back, chest open. Relaxing the face, the eyes, and just allowing yourself to completely relax down on the mat. Relaxing your toes, your feet, and your ankles. Relaxing your calves, your knees, and your thighs. Relaxing the fingers, the wrists, the arms, and the shoulders. Sinking deeper into the mat. Relaxing the neck, the head, the jaw, the eyes. Taking this time to just be still, mind and body. awareness back to the body. Begin to deepen the breath. You can wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, circling the wrists and the ankles in nice gentle movements. You can inhale the arms up above the head and exhale, lowering them down to the ground, reaching up with the fingers, down with the toes. You can inhale the knees to the chest, wrapping your arms around them, staying still or gently rocking. And releasing your knees to the side. If you do have a block handy, you can place a block there to rest the knees on in the fetal position. Moving slowly when you're ready. Inhale as you gently lift yourself to a comfortable seated position. Placing hands in prayer, and we'll close this class with Namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you back on the mat again soon. Bye.